Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Charubala Pavan and I'll be continuing with my session on rules and regulations for dental practice in India. Today, I'll be covering a very important topic, that is Atomic Energy Regulatory Board license or AERB license. Not very long ago, we saw this news article which said that Safdarjung Hospital had to shut its radiotherapy department over non-renewal of its AERB license. When such a major hospital can be shut down due to non-renewal, it really makes it mandatory for all of us to know about this regulation and the details regarding it. So when we talk about AERB or Atomic Energy Regulatory Board, there are two types of licenses or approvals that we need to know about. The first one is a manufacturer's type approval. That is, when the manufacturer of the X-ray machine makes his machine, he needs to get approval from AERB. When we as end users purchase the machine from him, along with our purchase documents, we need to get the manufacturer's type approval from the manufacturer. The second type of authorization which we need is called the institutional authorization by AERB to operate radiological equipment. This is called ELORA or Electronic Licensing of Radiation Applications. These are some revised regulatory requirements for dental radiology practice. So let us see one by one what the requirements are. The first one is institution registration. So we need to register our institute in AERB for authorizing our X-ray equipment. The second regulatory requirement is procurement permission. So here, if we have an Indian X-ray machine, that is an X-ray machine which is manufactured in India, we don't require procurement permission. But if we have an imported X-ray machine, this step is required. We need to get a procurement permission from AERB and then register the X-ray machine. The third topic we'll be talking about is TLD badges for personal monitoring. TLD badge means thermal luminescent dosimetry. This measures the amount of radiation which is received by the operator. So our IOPA X-ray machines have a very low dose of radiation, and hence, though TLD badges are recommended, if we are a small setup with only a single IOPA machine or two IOPA machines, then it is not mandatory. But if we have a dental college which has a heavier load, in those cases, TLD badges are mandatory. Also, if we have an OPG machine or a CBCT machine, then in that case, TLD badges are mandatory. A little bit about TLD badges. Basically, these are small badges which are supplied by the regulatory company. They come with a control card. The control card has to be kept anywhere within your clinic, and your TLD badge, which is person specific, has to be worn within your radiation device. That is, if you're wearing a thyroid collar and a lead apron, your TLD badge has to be inside the lead apron so that you know the effectiveness of your protective clothing. Meanwhile, the control device records the radiation which is in the ambient environment. Every quarterly period, that is every 3 months, these TLD badges have to be given back to the company where they will measure the level of radiation and generate a report. The next regulatory requirement is registration. So this is institutional registration. This is definitely required, and the validity of this is for 10 years. The next one is quality assurance. For OPG and CBCT machine, this is mandatory and it has to be done once in 5 years. The last regulation is decommissioning. That is, if you want to decommission your X-ray machine, then you have to inform AERB regarding this. So these are some simple guidelines given in AERB website for ELORA module for dental radiology. The first step is we apply for institution registration. So is our X-ray equipment manufactured in India or is it imported? If it is manufactured within India, then you can directly fill the registration for indigenous X-ray machine. If it is not manufactured in India, first you have to fill the application for procurement permission, and then you can fill the application for registration of imported X-ray machine. How do you register your institute under ELORA? You go to the website aerb.gov.in and it will redirect you to the ELORA homepage. You use Register Institute option and submit the application for institute registration. A username and password will be sent to your email ID after processing the application. Now, there are two cases. One is if you already have a pre-existing X-ray machine, that is an old X-ray machine. Then in that case, these are the following sequence of steps. First, you have to declare the existing X-ray machine. Second thing is you have to give the record of the license or the registration. If you have a valid AERB license or registration against any of the declared equipment, you have to record the license for operation of X-ray machine and you have to upload a scanned copy. The third step is apply for license or registration. If you do not have license or registration from AERB for any equipment, you apply for the same clicking on license for operation of existing equipment. These are for older X-ray machines. If you have new equipment, then again, those are the two steps like I mentioned before. If it's an indigenous equipment, you can directly apply. If it is an imported one, you have to get procurement permission and then apply. Other points which you have to note from AERB website is, first thing is radiation safety in manufacture and operation is given in the AERB website. Second thing is the QA report. Third thing is guidelines for shielding X-ray equipment. That is, supposing you have an OPG or CBCT within your clinic, then AERB gives the layout and design of the X-ray room. There are certain specifications which have to be followed. And the last point is, which are the list of type approved equipment is also given in AERB website. There was a press release which was given by AERB, which said that AERB does not approve of routine dental X-ray examinations for age determination. There were some news reports on research projects to use digital X-rays for determination of age for giving birth certificates for those children who don't know exactly when their date of birth is. This was done using dental X-rays. AERB does not approve of such determination because we have radiation safety considerations to be taken into account. So this was another article which came out in the paper which we have to be aware of. So today's topic was about AERB license, how to procure it, and what are the things we have to keep in mind regarding AERB. If you like this video, please remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. These are my contact details, my WhatsApp number and my email ID. Kindly contact if there are any doubts or if you would like to know something regarding accreditation. Our next topic is going to be about the Clinical Establishment Act. So don't forget to see the next video on legal requirements. Thank you very much and have a good day.